2022. Good evening. I'm Paul Folger, and this is Nightcast. Tonight, 5 Investigates uncovers new body camera video and new allegations of racial discrimination at U.S. Bank. Millions of people watched this video of Joe Morrow, handcuffed and accused of fraud when he tried to cash his paycheck at U.S. Bank in Columbia Heights. After investigative reporter Eric Rasmussen broke that story in December, U.S. Bank's CEO eventually apologized and pledged to do better. But since then, Eric, you found U.S. Bank is at the center of more complaints from black customers and even black employees.
The phenomenon known as banking while black is receiving nationwide attention. For months, we've spoken to customers, employees, lawyers, and advocates. And tonight, you're about to see more video at another U.S. bank in Minnesota where tellers called police on a black customer trying to get money from his own account.
Hold on. Hey!
When a police officer chased him down in a U.S. Bank parking lot in December.
You know, I wasn't really scared. I was just confused.
Peter Wogba says he was trying to wrap up some business before this branch in Bloomington closed early on a Saturday.
Hi!
Hello.
Frank, were you just in there wanting a cashier's check?
Yes.
The money for that cashier's check, $30,000, coming from Wogba's latest deal. In the business of flipping houses since coming to Minnesota from Liberia, Wogba had just closed on the sale of this property in Richfield.
So when I got to the bank on Friday, they said, oh, the money was not available. So the guy told me come by tomorrow.
Despite calling U.S. Bank's 1-800 number to verify the funds were available, when Wogba returned here the next day, tellers denied him again.
I said, well, I'm not going to leave. I know you guys are going to be closing soon, but I'm not going to leave until I get the money.
How did they react when you said, I'm not going to leave?
You know, when I said that, I was just trying to talk to them. The lady said, oh, you have to calm down.
Calm down, the same command given to Joe Morrow.
Joe, I need you to calm down. First of all, okay?
This is the warning he received in October 2020 after a U.S. Bank manager in Columbia Heights called police and accused the 23-year-old of fraud for trying to cash his $900 paycheck.
He said, you people are always coming in here with fake checks.
Who do you think he meant?
Black people.
Days after 5 Investigates report sparked national outrage, U.S. Bank's CEO Andy Cecere apologized and promised reforms.
I would like to see them back it up. I would like to see them back it up.
U.S. Bank CEO still won't sit down with us for an interview. In a statement, the company said it's launching training for de-escalation and conflict resolution. But 5 Investigates found some of U.S. Bank's own employees also describe a culture of discrimination reaching the highest levels of the company.
U.S. Bank has a history of this. There's just too many incidents that shows that maybe this is something that's systemic with them.
John Spann worked for U.S. Bank for 24 years in Illinois. Starting as a teller in the 1990s, Spann worked his way up to become an underwriter for car loans. He reported harassment and racial discrimination to U.S. Bank Human Resources, describing in a complaint what a new manager said to him after taking over his region in 2018.
Every weekend, and I'm telling you, every Friday before the weekend, he would stop by my desk and say, don't go to jail and don't beat your wife.
Spann even reached out to U.S. Bank's CEO in response to this company-wide email after the police killing of George Floyd. Andy Cecere wrote, we have to do better and allow ourselves to be uncomfortable so we can have courageous conversations.
I didn't ask him to make a decision to reprimand anybody. All I asked is for the benefit of the doubt to look into what I was saying was going on.
What kind of response did you get?
Silence. No email, no response, no nothing.
Less than 2 months later, Spann was fired. Now he's among those suing U.S. Bank. A longtime manager from Minnesota filed this lawsuit last month, accusing U.S. Bank of putting up a false facade of being interested in fostering diversity.
That has to be called out, and people have to be fearless about calling that out.
Renee Sattywhite is the president of the African American Credit Union Coalition. U.S. Bank recently gave $150,000 to her organization's anti-racism initiative. But Sattywhite says she's saddened by the cases uncovered by 5 Investigates.
What saddens me is that it could be any of the top banks. I'm a trainer by trade, so that's what I do. The fight or the conversation usually is it a training issue or do they have to have it in their DNA? I believe in this case, being culturally sensitive is a training issue. You can learn to be culturally sensitive.
Hold on. Hey!
Wogba says U.S. Bank apologized to him after we started asking questions about this incident.
Do you have a driver's license with you real quick, sir?
Yeah.
Another black customer questioned by police after trying to get money out of his own account at U.S. Bank.
They just called because they were concerned. They said that they were yelling. You were yelling at somebody.
I was just because I mean they were lying to me. I mean they're making me to run all over the place, and I need to take care of my employees. I gave them all my information.
Okay.
You know, I got there they asked for my bank card, I gave them everything.
Sure.
And the money is in there, but they said they can't give it because for whatever reason.
Was there like a hold or a freeze on it for some reason if it was wire transferred?
There's no freeze on it.
Okay, because I know sometimes that can happen with money if it's transferred.
There's no freeze on it. I mean, it's available.
Can we check with the bank?
Yeah, I haven't even been in there yet.
Bank records confirm there was more than enough money available for that $30,000 withdrawal.
I don't know what the confusion was, but it didn't go well apparently. And
No, I mean, I was a little upset because, tell me the truth. Tell me, okay, where should I go? If you can't sign the money because...
I don't know much about banking. You're free to leave though?
Less than 15 minutes later, Wogba got his cashier's check from another U.S. Bank branch in Bloomington.
You look back on it, I mean, do you feel like you did anything wrong?
I didn't think I did anything wrong. I'm sorry to say, if it was a white person, that person was going to be treated differently than me.
You think so?
I think so.
Now he's calling on U.S. Bank to live up to the higher standards it so recently promised.
I think we all have to look within ourselves and see, how, think about how you want to be treated.